boardroom or the locker room, pressure cooking, leaders looking for answers, vision crooking. I'm your guide, the HR Jock, never shook. Strategies I lay like plays in a playbook. Under pressure, you shine bright. Call me for the tip.
Hello, my business MVPers. My name is Derek Vidito. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're on. Today, I'm talking to you about leveling up your energy so that you can lead in this game called work, fun, pleasure, whatever you want it to be. It's all about energy, baby. And I'm going to teach you today about the 7 levels of energy and how it impacts you. But before we get started, let's enter the arena. Let's talk about our story. So my journey, I started playing football, y'all, when I was young, 6 years old. I played all the way through college, went to Eastern Michigan University. I banged with some of the best and most famous football players there are, from Brady to Randy Moss to Justin Fargas. I played, so I know the intensity of pressure, especially as it relates to the football field and what it takes to win. I also have been in corporate America for over 25 years. I've served in human resources at Ford Motor Company, Coca-Cola, CVS, Johnson & Johnson, and most recently Ralph Lauren. So I know what it takes when it comes to the business world to perform and thrive in your position. I've had to rub elbows with some of the brightest leaders the industry has to offer. And as you can tell, I've worked at some of the best Fortune 500 companies that are out there. Most recently, I got my certification to be a leadership coach focused on mental mastery as well as energy leadership. So that's what I do, y'all. And I'm excited to have you all with me today. I'm going to show you how energy levels really are greater than skills, because you can have the best skill set in the world, but if you don't have that energy to match it, then you're just going to be sidelined thinking about what you can do to get in the game of work, the game of your professional life as well. So just a quick poll. What is your energy level today, right? How does it feel? Do you feel like you're low energy? We call that a catabolic state of energy when you're low. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of guilt. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of conflict. All of those are what we call catabolic levels of energy. You might feel, well, I'm not low, I'm not high, I'm right in the middle. That's what we call steady and focus, right? So that's moving into what we call level 3, level 4 energies. I'll go through that momentarily so that it sticks for you. But do you feel like you have medium energy, like you're just coasting throughout the day? You're not performing at a high level, you're not performing at a low level. It's just steady Eddie, right? And you're just feeling like you're just going to work. It's a job. And that's what you do. You clock in, you clock out, you perform, you contribute, and then you go home at the end of the day. Or do you have high energy where your contributions are vast? You're going in excited to work because you're looking at everything as an opportunity. You're looking through the lens of level 5, 6, 7 energies, which I'll go into momentarily. And you're just feeling great about everything that you can contribute, whether it's to a project, to the goals, to the strategic objectives, to your team. Maybe you're on a football team, a basketball team, baseball team, whatever it may be, you might have that high energy. So today I'm going to just talk to you about how energy runs the game, right? And it all starts with mindset and being able to shift your mind accordingly through conscious awareness and being aware of where your energy levels are. It's interesting because the mind, neuroplasticity, which is the science of the mind, says that we can shift our thoughts, experiences, and energies based off of our experiences. So that means that you don't have to have a fixed mindset. You don't have to have those limiting beliefs that are holding you back, holding you down from achieving the things that you want to achieve. You are able to have a growth mindset. It's just a matter of shifting it and truly believing through conscious awareness where you are currently, how stressors impact that, and best ways you're able to shift that energy so that you can be more productive, more efficient, and show up for yourself at work and at home with your families, okay? Actions, your thinking drivers to your behavior. Once you understand and you know your energy levels, how that shows up as it relates to your feelings and your emotions, then you can move into action. But it really takes a moment to step back, to look at those neural pathways and how they're impacting your decision-making or your moods and then you go into action from there. And then it's all about outcomes, right? So after you perform and you have those actions, what are those outcomes that you're really expecting? And if you miss that outcome, are you attached to it, where it's causing you even more drain because maybe it didn't go as expected? And now you're so attached to something that you can't break free from the chains. We'll eventually talk about being attached to outcomes, but the more and more that you can stay broad and enjoy the process as opposed to the outcome, the better you are going to be as it relates to being able to manage those stressors. And then we'll talk about identity. Who are you? Who do you want to be? I was working with a leader recently, a senior vice president, who's been with the same organization for 23 years. She's considering making a move to a different company, but she's been with the same organization so long that that's become her identity. And when we attach ourselves to an organization, a company, a team, that becomes who we are. So we have to remain flexible. We can't attach ourselves to an outcome or a specific team situation. Okay. So what is energy? When we talk about energy, because energy is truly that driving force behind everything we do. Well, it's that invisible force that powers our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and our presence. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you just feel groggy, you feel drained, maybe you didn't get a good night's sleep. How does that start your day? And then how does it continue on throughout your day? You got to be able to have some moments, whether it's first thing in the morning and you're resetting and getting your mindset ready through stretching, through exercises, through meditation, through reading, throughout the day. What are those small mindset shifts that you can have throughout the day to better perform and better prepare yourself so that you can look at the end of the day at what all of the great things that you achieve? Okay. I mentioned earlier that there's two energies. There's an anabolic energy, and that's all of that constructive, that positive energy. It builds you up. It fuels you. It's that energy where you're happy, you feel joy, you're feeling like you're accomplished, you're feeling like you can go out and achieve all of the great things in the world. Funny story, I went to work out at the gym the other day and I just wasn't feeling it, right? I'm like, man, it's leg day. I'm not feeling it. And that's the mindset that I walked into the gym with. Well, that wasn't anabolic energy, right? When I shifted my mind and I said, you know what? I can make a choice right now. I can either do this or I can stay in this mindset and not get a good workout in. So I shifted my mind into an anabolic state where everything was positive, everything was high energy. I was able to see and visualize myself banging that workout out. And I really, really did have a great workout that day. I was in there squatting. I was in there doing leg presses, leg kicks, and everything else. And when I walked out, I just felt so alive, right? So we have a choice to whether we stay in an anabolic state or a catabolic state. So what is catabolic energy? Catabolic energy is that draining negative energy that breaks you down. It really does trigger responses and limits our potential, right? Have you ever been around someone who is just constantly negative, constantly a naysayer, and they just drain you? That's catabolic energy, right? It's that grief that you feel. It's being micromanaged. It's not having a vision or clarity on the expectations of your role and your job. And those are all of the things that can create this disengagement, especially in the workplace. And so very, very important to know how catabolic energy affects your behaviors, affects your emotions, it affects how you think, and it also affects your outcomes. So again, two energies, catabolic and there's anabolic. I'm not saying either one is good or bad. They can serve you in different regards, but very, very important that we know the two different energy levels or two different types of energy. Speaking of levels, there are 7 energy levels. Okay. I'm going to repeat. There are 7 energy levels. Today, I'm going to take you through all 7 so that you're consciously aware of where your mind is, how each level impacts you, and you can make a conscious effort to improve or go to a different level based off of the situation that you're in, right? So let's talk about it. So I talked about catabolic energy. those are really level 1 and level 2 energies. Okay, so when you feel stuck in your head and things aren't going well and it's causing you to be depressed, it's those stressors that are impacting you, causing you to think negative thoughts. You have all of this negative bent out up energy. Maybe you're snapping on people at work, snapping on people at your home, your wife, your kids, and you're just feeling drained and depressed and like you're under a tremendous amount of stress. We call that level 1 energy. You're stuck in your head, right? Level 2 energy is catabolic. It's a chip on the shoulder. We'll go into that momentarily. Level 3 energy is just getting through the day. Level 3 energy is our first step into an anabolic energy phase. Level 4 energy is all about the squad, right? You're that person who loves to give back, contribute to the team. You want to see other people win. So that's level 4 energy. Level 5 is you're able to see the whole game. You can see the big picture. It's a win-win state, right? And that's anabolic energy level 5. That's really a place that we want to be. And I'll go through that as I go through this presentation. Level 6 is being completely locked in. It's completely in the zone. It's an anabolic state that is one of the highest of the highs. You know, some of the greatest leaders of today live in a level 6 energy or are able to tap into a level 6 energy. And then level 7, it's where that legacy is created, right? That's the Michael Jordans, Kobe Bryant's, individuals who can tap into a certain anabolic level 7 energy and just constantly perform at a high level because there's nothing greater than being at a level 7 energy. It's not a level that we can live in. It's a level that you can tap into, and I'll go into that momentarily. But let's start first with level 1, right? So level 1 is stuck in your head. It's an energy that we say is I lose, you win, right? I've given up. I feel so depressed. I have this sense of apathy and grief, and everything's against me. The world's against me, and I can't pull myself out of it. You doubt yourself, you hide your gifts, and you overthink every single move. It's that person who, just again gets inside of their head and can't get out. Some real world examples is, if we use sports, it's that individual who's riding the bench, right? I'm talking about at the far end of the bench who, they start questioning, am I supposed to be on this team? And, they have negative thoughts as it relates to, well, we're not going to win anyways. I'm not out there contributing, so I'm not going to be a team player, right? In the business world, it's that executive who's checked out in every meeting, not paying attention, who's scribbling and doodling on their paper while you're going through a business performance review. So it's that individual who's stuck in their head. It doesn't serve us, and it's that catabolic energy, level 1, okay? Level 2 is that chip on the shoulder. So when you think about level 2 energy, it's I win, you lose, right? It's really focused on I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, and I don't care how much I got to squash on you or disrespect you or treat you a certain way. I'm going to win, and I'm going to defeat you at the end of the day, right? I might be mad at the world. Maybe I'm got laid off, and now I'm going to retaliate against my employer. I'm going to sue them because I got this chip on my shoulder. I carry resentment in every single situation, and I have to win. Winning to me is everything, right? And so I'm trying to prove myself in every single interaction. And then really it's just misdirected energy, right? I'm focusing on my enemies instead of the goals that I have at hand. And the mindset of level 2 chip on the shoulder energy is I got to prove all of these people wrong at the end of the day, right? Regardless of what happens, I win, you lose. I'm going to treat you and show you what's up. And I'm going to live in this catabolic energy state, all right? Level 3 energy, remember I said it's that steady Eddie, right? It's that individual who just wants to get through the day. I'm not going to give my best. I might not be in the worst shape mentally or energetically. I'm going to just come to work. I'm going to just, show up for my team, and I'm just going to coast. I'm going to get through the day. I'm not thriving. I'm managing, right? I'm going to just go through the motions, and I don't really have any passion behind what I'm doing. I'm just here and I'm showing up. A lot of people live in this level 3 energy space, especially on teams, sports teams, or in the business world, right? It's those individuals when we talk about performance, it's those individuals who probably you need on a team, but they're not making you better at the end of the day. They're not showing promise or that they have potential to do bigger and more things. Again, holding back on that potential, and you play it safe to avoid mistakes. And you feel very comfortable, right? You settle for mediocrity over excellence. And your mindset in a level 3 space is I'm just going to play it safe, because if I play it safe, at the end of the day, I know I'm not going to mess up. So again, a lot of people in the business world live in a level 3, just getting through the day, anabolic state. So I want to make sure I mention that this is the first level that you start to see an individual going into an anabolic energy state, level 3 energy. Level 4, that's where we really start to perform, right? It's all about the squad. The thing here, it's all about you, not me. And so when you think about somebody who does community service, right? They're giving back, they're going out, they're feeling good because they were able to contribute to a greater purpose. That's level 4 energy. And when you think about that in a team environment, whether it's a sports team or in the business world, it's really that team player, that green energy team player who just wants to see everybody win. We all win, right? And if I lose, then I lose. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. It's all about you at the end of the day, not me. And that's how I'm going to treat you as a level 4 energy. So I'm playing for the team here, right? I'm prioritizing collective success over individual glory. It's not about me, it's about us. I'm giving energy, I'm building up others rather than competing. And so it's not about the end goal, it's not about winning. I know that if I can build you up in level 4 energy and make it all about the team, that even if we lose, the next game we're going to come out and be even better because we've taken the time to really gel as a team. And when you think about leadership and in the business world, level 4 and being all about the squad is that collaborative leader. It's that person who is going to create trust through true, genuine connection. And the motto or the mindset here is let's win together. That's level 4 energy. And again, high level of anabolic energy there in level 4. Level 5, that's where you're performing at a high level, right? That's organizations that are leading the way, they're beating the competition. Leaders here are able to see the whole game. They see the bigger picture. Opportunity here is that there's opportunity everywhere, right? I'm not looking at anything as negative. I'm not looking at anything as we can't do it. I'm looking at every experience that I enter into or that's in front of me as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to better myself. I see possibilities that others may miss. I'm thinking critically because I'm a problem solver. I have logical thinking. I'm not rushing. I am responding versus reacting. And I'm just finding solutions because there are solutions at this level because everything's an opportunity. Remember that. Strategy and flow. I'm able to move with purpose and direction here. And my mindset is that there's a win here for everyone. So let's create it. We both can win here at level 5. So let's find that opportunity and let's create it. Again, some of the best companies, as well as some of the best teams, thrive in level 5. If you're able to be in level 5 energy, you thrive at the end of the day because you see the whole picture, you see the whole game, and it's all about we both winning at the end of the day. Level 6 energy is really being in that zone, right? It's being connected to a bigger purpose. Here is where some of the greatest leaders in the world are able to tap into level 6 energy. It's 100% focus. It's being locked in. You have envisioned success and now you are leading it, right? Your mental state is one that you can't lose. It's not even about we both win. It's just win. There's no resistance here. And the impact is we're going to achieve results that are going to set us up for greatness for years to come. It's that dynasty in teams, right? That Golden State Warriors, that 1980s Los Angeles Lakers or the Chicago Bulls. We're in that zone, baby, and we're going to win and be completely, totally in Zen mode and locked in. It reminds me of going to yoga class, right? And in yoga class, I often close my eyes and I just really think about what it is that I want my moves and my exercises and my stretches to look like. And at the end of it, because I visualized it and I've prepped and I pre-planned, I was able to do that. Now I can continuously repeat that effort because every time I step into yoga class, now I'm in this zone that we talk about. Again, some of the greatest leaders and teams are able to be in this level 6 in a zone energy. Last one that we have is level 7, and that's your legacy vibes. Nobody is able to tap it or live in level 7 energy. Okay. You are able to tap into level 7 energy. Level 7 is really that purpose driven energy. It's moving from, just performing to everlasting winning, right? It's always winning. It's floating on cloud nine. Nothing in the world can bring you down because there's a solution, there's opportunities galore, and level 7 energy is just beyond anything that you can ever explore and think about. Again, we can't live here, but we can certainly tap into level 7 energy. It's creating impact beyond yourself, right? Building something that truly, truly outlasts your presence. Level 7 energy is becoming that role model to others and inspiring that next generation through your examples. And I touched on it earlier. It's that Kobe Bryant, it's that Michael Jordan, it's that Katie Ledecky or Simone Biles, individuals who are leaving a legacy behind because they're always able to perform at high levels and bring other individuals to the party with them, right? So other individuals are learning, they're growing, and they're creating vastly because of you and what you bring to the table in the shadow that you provide as a leader, right? The mindset here is I'm not just winning, I'm absolutely blowing it out of the water and I'm changing the game. Again, we can't live in level 7, but the more conscious you are that it exists and you can tap into it, the better you're going to be as a person and as a leader. So those are the 7 levels of energy, okay? But I ask you, where are you playing right now, all right? Are you stuck in your head, that level 1 energy? Do you have a chip on your shoulder? Are you just getting through the day? You can see here, 30% of people typically live in a level 3 energy. It doesn't matter if you're on a team or a work team, right? In the business world. Level 4 energy is all about the squad. 20% of people really live here. Level 5 energy is seeing the whole game. Level 6, about 4% are in the zone. And then level 7, 1% of people are able to tap into level 7 energy, right? And so that's how coveted level 7 energy is. But I just want to remind you that it is there for you, but it's through conscious awareness of where your energy levels are so you can tap into it with greatness, all right? So what percentage of energy level are you? Take a moment, think about it, and then let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. We'd love to hear it. So how do you level up your energy, right? It starts with awareness. You got to be aware. And so that's really the key. Awareness, acceptance, and then you can make a conscious choice to move that energy level up, depending on your situation, right? I talk about a catabolic energy being level 1 and level 2. Sometimes we may need to tap into that level, those levels, right? If a bear was chasing us down the street and we had to have conflict and we had to fight, then it's going to be me and you lose, bear, right? So I'm going to be in level 2 catabolic energy state because I want to survive. I have to live, right? But that doesn't serve you well when you think about teams, especially in the workplace. You need to really move from that catabolic level 1, level 2 energy into higher levels, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it starts with awareness. You got to break traps, right? Identify role-specific energy traps that are holding you back. A lot of times leaders get put into position without being properly trained, right? You just get promoted into a position based off of your performance, but not necessarily your leadership behaviors. Well, that's a trap. And unless you consciously are aware of that and say, you know what, I got to be aware of my energy levels and how this is impacting not only my performance, but now I'm leading others, how it impacts them as well. So breaking those traps, being conscious of it so that you can make, which the next one here is small shifts. Look, nobody's saying that you can boil an ocean in one day, but small, consistent steps, once you are aware, is really how you start to build those energy levels. So make tiny energy adjustments so that you can create and have a massive impact. So questions that move you up the ladder, just to be aware of, am I stuck or am I flowing, right? Because if you're stuck, that's where you're going to be. You're going to remain in that level 1, that level 2 energy, and you're just going to create all of this noise around you that doesn't serve yourself or serve the other individuals who are on your team, your work team or your sports team. Am I leading or am I defending, right? Whenever I'm in a tough conversation, am I defending myself and my point of view, maybe the work that I've done, or am I leading and seeking to understand and thinking of it of thinking of the tough conversation as an opportunity for myself to get better? Maybe it's my football coach, right, showing me out, saying, Derek, you shouldn't have given up that touchdown. Get back out there and think, about covering the entire field instead of jumping on a route. You need to stay back, right? I can go in there and I can defend my position. Well, coach, I jumped that route because I thought that the quarterback pump faked, and so I jumped it thinking I was going to have an interception. That's me. That's what I do. That's defending yourself. If I'm leading, I'll say, okay, coach, I get it. I'm going to make that play next time because now I'm aware and I accept what you're telling me. So are you leading or are you defending? And then am I involving in my role or am I protecting it, right? A lot of times, especially in the corporate world, we get into positions and we just coast. We're steady, we're decent performers, but we're coasting. So we're not contributing at a high level to have a bigger and better impact, which is a necessity in today's day and age when we talk about workplace efficiencies. So make sure that you're evolving in your role, and it really starts with your energy levels and being understanding of where you are so that you can consciously make improvements to move up that ladder. So the question is, what's your next move, right? If you're in a level 2 energy state, are you purposely and consciously aware of that so that you can shift it into a level 4 energy where I'm focused on my team and I'm focused on my team winning? Maybe you're in a level 3 energy and you need to shift it 2 levels up to level 5 where I can see new perspectives and I can seek out opportunities to make myself and make my team better, because at the end of the day, we both shall win, or we both should win, right? Or level 4 energy, right? I'm performing, it's anabolic and I'm doing good, but it's all about the team. It's all about the team. And regardless of the outcome, I'm going to pick them up because we got another game to play or we got another quarter to hit those results so that we can be the best in the industry. Or are you shifting that thought to a level 6 where I'm deepening my expertise? I'm really leaning into that flow that we talked about, that energy level that only a few leaders in the world can tap into and really thrive in. That's the difference between individuals who are aware and consciously aware of their energy and individuals who are not. Those who are consciously aware can shift that energy accordingly depending on how they're feeling in any given moment. So where are you stuck, right? I want you to identify your current energy and roadblocks, what level feels biggest, right? Which energy shift would transform your entire leadership. Maybe you are in a level 2 state where everything is conflict at your job, right? Your manager's riding your ass and you're not achieving your goals. And maybe you've had that tough conversation at mid-year or year end, and you feel like fighting and pushing back. How is that going to serve you at the end of the day, right? So which energy level shift is going to serve you as you move forward? And then how do you apply these concepts in your specific role? That's very, very important as you move forward. And then the biggest question that I have is, are you ready to play bigger? Okay. I offer what's called an energy leadership assessment. It's down below in my comments. And it's a snapshot of where you are today from an energy perspective. It really is a dynamic tool. Forbes calls it one of the top assessments that every leader should take. And it really takes you 20 minutes to sit down, be thoughtful, and answer the questions. I'll actually go through a debrief with you once you complete it, and we'll talk about those stressors that are impacting your energy. You'll be able to specifically see your energy levels and how your energy levels are impacted on a day-to-day basis, but also when stress happens and when stress occurs, so that you can continue to perform at a high level. Look, we're all under stress, y'all. Whether it's your business coming down on you, maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're feeling stressed, maybe you're just stressed out at home with your family and your kids, right? Or maybe you missed that field goal, or you got to make that field goal and you're feeling stressed. We're all stressed. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. This energy leadership assessment that I talked about lets you know what's impacting you in moments of stress, but also how you show up day in and day out so that you can consciously be aware of your energy levels and make the necessary shifts that need to be made so that you can be the best person and show up and reach your fullest potential. I also do one-on-one coaching. So that's an opportunity for you as well. If you're just somebody who feels like you're under a lot of pressure, you're feeling stuck, I'd love to work with you one-on-one. Really, that work is mindset and shifting your mind around what the possibilities are. Again, neuroplasticity says that our minds can adapt based off of our experiences. And so it's really just getting you to believe that you don't have to live or face those limiting beliefs that you had growing up, right? You can change all of those things so that you can start to perform and thrive at a higher level. And then I also do teamwork. So business MVPers intensive. So if you have a team under you or you're part of a team and you want to bring me in to your organization or to your team setting and talk about energy levels as well as performance, mindset, and energy, that's my specialty. That's what I do. So I would love to come into your organization and talk to your teams about energy and how to be your best MVPers as well. All right. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let's stay connected. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on IG at the HR Jock, or on Facebook, or on TikTok. It's the HR Jock, y'all. Implement some daily practice, right? Be cognizant of your energy, be cognizant of your energy levels, and make small energy shifts throughout the day. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be big. Just small, little, intentional efforts to shift your energy now that you're aware of the 7 levels of energy. And then, tell me about your journey. I want to know. The path to energy mastery starts now. So drop a comment in this section. Let me know how you think today went in terms of training. I would love to track your energy journey with you. Again, it's been a sincere pleasure. My name is Derek, the HR Jock. Check me out, follow me, and let's get this energy thing right, y'all. I believe in you. It's all about, do you believe in yourself? And are you ready to commit to being consciously aware so that you can move your energy levels? All right. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. I'm out.
Like plays in a playbook. Under pressure, you shine bright. Call me